Thank you so
Hi,
much for
hello
joining us today.
everyone.
Thank you so much for supporting us.
No, it's all my pleasure. And if I may know your names, I can see.
My name is Veda, the president of Girl Up Karnataka. Top
I'm
right is Anuja.
Anuja, Veda, and sorry.
I'm Anuja, the president of Girl Up Karnataka.
Okay, hi
Hi,
Anuja.
hi,
Hi.
I'm Amisha.
Anisha,
Amisha.
Amisha. Okay, Veda, Anuja, Amisha.
Yeah,
All
hi.
A's. Hi, welcome to our the conversation. And let me tell you, I'm just so very excited. The other day, I met Veda, and I can't tell you, Veda. I'm extremely proud of all three of you. I have no words. The kind of uh, for setting up this organization, and you're just like in school and doing something like this. It makes me proud as a girl, as a female, as a woman. It completely truly makes me proud. The kind of work you're doing, it's absolutely amazing, and I think we need to empower all the young girls out there to just and we need to inspire them and just make them follow their dreams. I think that's what Girl Up is all about. And yeah, before starting, I would just like, we have lots and lots of viewers who are watching us right now. And let me tell you, like before this, I was just giving my interviews back to back. But the most important thing, I'm extremely excited for.
Thank you
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. It's an honor to be live with you. You're such an
Yeah, it means
icon.
a lot.
What when I have conversation with people like you, like for example, I met Veda that day, and I could see passion in her eyes. I mean, like the change she wanted to bring in, and I really missed meeting you, both of you. But like I met Veda and Veda's dad. Hats off to your father. I mean, for raising such an amazing girl who thinks a lot about the society. And I think I was just like you when I think I was in 11th standard, and I was, you know what, at that time I had absolutely no voice. I mean, I had no, nothing. I mean, I really wanted to change things upside down. I wanted to have that kind of shift, or I wanted to change things better for young girls out there. But then at that time, I didn't have voice. And maybe I must say that was the reason behind, doing the pageants or like building my own voice so that, whenever I say something or maybe in a speech or having a conversation with the people should take me seriously. People should, regardless of what my age is, but then, I should have a voice, and people should get inspired, or people should, uh, they should change. I need to bring change. And before starting our real conversation, I would love to, and I think all our viewers would love to hear from you all what Girl Up is all about, and anything interesting, you want to say up there. Yeah.
So, Girl Up is basically an organization. It's a chapter under the United Nations founded Girl Up campaign. So, we aim at empowering women and raising awareness about issues such as gender inequality, stigma surrounding menstrual health, mental health, and such stuff.
That's
Like
great.
it's basically about empowering women all around the world and giving them a voice to speak up if they don't have one.
Hmm. Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, and you, Amisha?
Yeah, so we basically put up posts, reels, and do live videos like this too. Because now, because of Corona, we can't really have proper events. So we've started a few online events to, help people understand the importance of mental health and physical health, and basically just give themselves more attention and focus on bettering themselves.
Okay. So you said, Amisha, you said more about mental health, physical health. Veda, you said about the, like, menstrual things and a
Yeah.
lot of and Anuja, what were your pointers? I mean, if I may ask you,
The voice to women out there.
voice to women out there. Yeah. Okay, that's absolutely great. So, you know what? I really feel. I mean, that's what I feel is that the root cause is just girl education.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
The root
Yeah.
cause is girl education, educating the girl And if we know, if we just like go through the, the records, and more than 250 million children they have no access to schools. They don't go to school. And the battle is global. It's not just a particular state or particular nation or particular, sector of people or nationalities, but it's just the battle is global. And in order to conquer that, in order to reduce that number of educating a girl child, we need to, our efforts need to match up to that level. We need to just, we need to upper, like as much as we can, we need to up our efforts towards, just like, it's just like making a girl realize the power of her dreams and making them true, making them possible. And that's what the Girl Up is all about, if I may know, right? Girl Up is all about educating child, women empowerment, and just making her realize her dreams, irrespective of gender inequality or like, any sort of inequality in terms of opportunities or in terms of every single thing. I just received a set of questions, and I really loved the list of the questions all three of you made for me. I think it was really nice. I mean, I just like, I felt like, there were so many things I didn't feel earlier, but yes, after just when I read that, the list, I just, I felt that there are a lot of things which are unspoken, and I haven't, shared my thoughts in a public platform like this. So yeah, let's do that. Let's have our question sessions, and let's get started. Yeah.
So Urvashi, what made you interested in pageantry at such a young age, and how did you develop an interest in that?
I must say that I'll try and keep my conversation in Hindi and English also, because our listeners, just so that like we can reach everyone, so that everyone can understand us. So while growing up, pehle hi, I think I would say, the lack of, how do I say, like there was an interest in pageantry since beginning. It was not just about the kind of certain bodies they have, or let's say evening gown or swimsuit gown. No, not at all. It was just more about being patriotic or doing something for my own nation, like representing. And I think what truly, I've done a lot of work, but I really feel that a person who has, any person whosoever has represented their nation, there is a pride which comes within. Like I can cry. I'm so proud. I feel so proud of myself, or for any other girl who has represented her nation, and just like be it Miss Universe or Miss World or whatsoever. Like, and then I think it was not intentional, but back to back, I won all these international beauty titles, and then I think, and just winning internationally. I think that's when the things changed for me, and that's when people started taking me seriously in terms of, I had my own foundation, Urvashi Rautela Foundation, and then I really wanted to be of service. I really wanted to bring a change. I wanted to do something for my state. I am from Uttarakhand. Like how you girls are doing something for Karnataka, that's really commendable. I wanted to do, something for my state as well. So at that time, I love the way how you, all three of you, are united, and I like the friendship between all three of you. But at that time, I was a bit alone. I didn't had a lot of people supporting me, and everyone just like, I don't know if people that happens right now, but at that time it was just like, oh my gosh, she's too young. What does she want to do? What kind of change can she bring in? But then, yes, it's just like when you're young, people don't take you seriously. And I think that needs to change, because I believe in the power of young minds. And I think, I truly believe that, India consists of a lot of, the age group between 18 to the young youth is a lot more. And the power is entirely in the hand. So I think that's what I just have a voice, and that's what really made me fall in love. I mean, I fell in love with pageantry because of this reason. Yeah.
I feel like people don't really trust young minds because they feel like we're still discovering ourselves. And that's not the case. We discover a lot more than ourselves, So I feel like if we get their support, we would be in a different place.
You completely get my support. Girls, you are killing it. support. And I'm sure people who are listening to us, we will inspire them, we will change their minds, and they will be no choice other than taking us in a not, I mean, they will have to take us seriously. There's no other option. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
And
when
it's
you
very
started
true
out your
how.
journey,
Go
I'm
ahead, go ahead.
sorry, Veda, do you want to? Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, go
So while
ahead.
you started off, what were the initial difficulties that while starting out your journey?
Okay. So one of the most important things, I mean, not many people know that I won Miss Universe India twice. So the most, I would say, like, it still baffles me, you know. I mean, uh, I mean, it's a very long story and it's a very old story. But then I was 17 when I had won Miss Universe India, but because of go for, I mean, I couldn't, I had to give up my crown because I was underage, even after winning, even after, just passing on all the hurdles and just like competing and winning the pageant. So I think the age factor was, I was always like, I used to question myself that why is this happening? Why? Okay, I do understand that in order to participate, the age limit, the age to be from 18 till 28. But what if the girl is 17? Why can't she participate? I mean, why can't she be the winner? So I think this age factor really baffled me and really bothered. I mean, I used to feel like it doesn't matter number, if someone wants to has achieved certain thing, then that person should be allowed. That's what I used to think.
So, like, was it difficult for you to face all these difficulties going around you, or like, did you take it easily?
Yes, I mean, because a lot of people feel that when you're young, you're not responsible, or maybe you not make certain decisions. You don't have that much experience, or you don't you're not intelligent. That's what people think, and I proved everyone wrong. I mean, when I was 17, 18, my parents told me that you can't go to Mumbai if you are young and you can't take care of yourself. But I proved them wrong. So yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
amazing how at such a young age, and that too back then when there was not as much opportunity as there is now, you were able to follow your passion.
Yeah, that's so inspiring.
You girls inspire me. You girls.
That's so sweet.
So it's quite well known that you got into IIT, which is so great. And like, how did you have to walk away from it and genuinely pursue your passion? Like, did you have any peer pressure or any family pressure? No, I feel like the right path for you is IIT and not that. So how did you deal with all of that?
I'm sorry. Your question.
Yeah. So I was saying, you got into IIT, which is a huge thing, and it's like so great. So how did you choose, your passion? Like, how did you choose to follow your passion? Like, how did you walk away from IIT? Like, was it a tough decision for you?
Um. Uh. Pageantry started when I was 15, and I was the head girl of my school. So I was still studying and balancing. Like, it was a balancing act for me. I was studying as well. I was just doing my modeling and just winning all these titles. So professionally things moved really, really fast for me. I mean, I couldn't realize in 1 year the life completely changed altogether. I won so many international pageants altogether. So professionally things went up really fast, and personally I was still like a girl going to a college or school and just doing all these studying, and so then that's when when I also gave up my was with Yash Raj Films, a film called Ishaq Zadeh. I was offered a lead role, and then I also gave up that. There were so many films I gave up initially, but then I was also much inclined towards artistic things. I mean, acting, dramatics, or dancing, singing. So it's not just like that. I only loved engineering part of it, or only this. I had girl, but yes, I was very co-curricular. I mean, I loved the artistic part of it. I also loved all these skills. I did. I still do more than 25 different dance forms. And I love Bharatanatyam. I absolutely love these dance forms, and I feel that we need to preserve and conserve them and promote as much as we can. I really do feel sometimes a lot about my Indian songs because, in Bollywood songs these days, we only have a lot of Western influence. As an entertainer, yes, I do have to do that, but somewhere I have a lot of, I'm very emotionally attached to Bharatanatyam and Kathak. Yeah. So yeah, coming back to your question, yes, my passion was very diverse. I mean, I had a lot of interest in my studies, but at the same time, very co-curricular and very artistic as well.
Right.
So,
So art for you or anything, like, did you not feel the pressure of, your friends or like your family or anything?
Pressure, a lot of pressure. I mean, what sort of pressure is that?
Like, you have that sort of peer pressure
Mhm.
that,
Yes, I think everyone goes through that pressure, but I think when you're extremely about something, you never actually listen to what other people are saying. I think, Veda or, Amisha, Anuja, all three of you are really passionate to girl up, and that's what you made it. You didn't listen to other people. Oh, why are you doing this? You need to focus more on studies, or you need to, you need to do your. People keep telling you that why are you doing all this? I don't know. Might be. I'm just assuming. I don't know. But there will be a lot of time. But you're like, because you're about it. And when the passion is strong, then you kind of don't listen to what other people are saying. You just do it.
yeah.
Excited how you did what you're doing with Girl Up. Girl Up, that's what I do. Passion.
Yeah.
So, were your parents supportive, like when you left IIT and everything? Were they okay with it, or?
I would say that my parents, they were like, I would say like, initially they were very supportive. I'm lucky they were extremely supportive, and my father become, he used to be with me during my initial shoots and everything. So, and let me tell you, for the people who are not like in front of the camera, it's very boring to be on the movie set or any sort of a shoot. If you're not, it's very boring. But still, he did things for me, which I don't know. I just like a responsible father or something. And I really feel blessed and lucky that I had their support, a lot of support. Yeah.
That's great.
So happy to.
So,
And
what were something?
but when you get that kind of support from your parents, and then you feel like doing, I mean, every responsible daughter will do that for them. And when you just feel like doing a lot more, I mean, there comes a point when you try to become their parents and just do everything. You try to do things that make them feel proud even more.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, this is so good to know that, you had supportive people in your life, and which made it a lot more easier for you. We're so happy to know that.
Thank you so much. I'm sure you guys have that too, I'm sure. Yeah.
So you've also donated 5 crore rupees to, COVID fund, which is so great. That's really great. You're helping people out there at such a time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So
That was the
fact that,
first. Yeah, that
what's the
was.
impact that you've created?
Um,
What's the impact that it's created?
was I created?
Yeah.
I think that was during the first wave, then we had second wave, and then again, I through my foundation we distributed a lot of oxygen concentrators, and we are doing a lot of activity through my own foundation. So we're working a lot. Not all the things are in media, but just trying to help as much as we can, like everyone. And as we were talking about Girl Up, I really want that where there was this girl. She was amazingly a brilliant athlete. She was so amazing that she had no money for her shoes, and she was an athlete, and she used to run, and she used to run so fast, like she used to win all the races, and that too without shoes. So when I met the girl, someone told me about her. And then I was like, she was a normal, like a very poor girl from some village. And then I'm like, really want to meet her. And when I met her, she was like, what do I say? She was amazingly talented. And then the problem was that and then I made this decision to sponsor her with all the sports facilities, sponsor her with all the sports shoes or all the sports gears, which are very important for an athlete. And so yes, now she's winning state level, races, and she's winning it nationally, and she's very much active, and that makes me really proud because I do understand that there are a lot of people out there who are financially well equipped, but if through an organization or I'm not saying that we have to donate a lot of money, but in whatever capacity we can help someone, that would be great.
Right.
That's amazing because even I'm an athlete and you don't really realize the amount of advantage that you have when you're not aware of all these things.
If she's an athlete, she needs her sportswear. She needs a tracksuit. She needs proper shoes with proper grip. I mean, she can't just like, if she she wants to win every single race. I mean, I'm an athlete. And then you just need all those, proper essential requirement. You need that kit, basically. So yeah, if you're a golfer, you need that kit. If you're a cricketer, you need all the required. So a lot of dreams are also, a lot of people are not unable to fulfill their dreams because of financial things as well, and that's also something which we need to concentrate and focus a lot more.
So what were some of the challenges that you faced as a woman breaking into the Bollywood industry?
We all know that it's a very male-dominated industry, like there are
breaking.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not just talking particularly about Bollywood, or maybe like any other workspace for a woman, workspace for a female. Whenever she's going out there to work, it is very male dominated. If you look at the numbers, male population is more than a female population, and then you just like sometimes you're taken for how do I say, like there is a lot of pay disparity, let's say. But in all my let me tell you one more thing, that in all my female centric films I was paid more than my male co-stars. So that's also the thing. It's like, and I take immense pride. I mean, I was paid a lot more, and it's not just about money, but sometimes you just feel that the kind of effort you're giving in for a film or the number of days, it just feels that you're being valued as a girl. You just feel that you just feel good about it. You just feel way more motivated. So yes, I had my bad days, but then I had my good days as well. And I'm not going to be one of those who's always just like complaining. But yes, I had a great days as well. Like in all my female-centric films, I was paid a lot more than my male co-stars. So that's also the thing. And I think in a lot of other films also, it's like, even if a girl has done the same number of days job as a male actor, but still the male will be paid more than female. So that's something which really disturbs me. And I'm sure, even if all three of you, if you're just working somewhere professionally and you are doing a lot more work than guys, and if he's getting paid more, it will be very disturbing for you, I'm sure. It just happens. Like, oh, even I the same kind of effort, even if I'm working hard, why am I getting paid less? It just happens, So it is it's not just about money, but it's just about being valued at workspace. It's about your respect. It's about, it's just like a motivation force, Everyone is working hard for money. And so yeah, that's about it.
I think at the end of the day, you just kept going. That's all that matters. And you did your smart work. It's all good.
Yeah. Right.
So what in your experience are some of the most absurd expectations laid on female celebrities?
Female celebrities, say that I would say they just feel okay. Even like how okay, my international song Versace Baby came out. So it's completely, by the world's most renowned brand, Versace. Whenever you get free time, just to watch it. So I'm looking in a certain way, like I'm looking really glamorized. But even I don't wake up looking like that. I mean, there's a certain number of people who are doing my team, doing my like stylist, style, bringing all that kind of style or makeup or hair. But even I don't wake up looking like that. I mean, I just wake up looking like a normal girl. So I mean, sometimes it's just like a lot of pressure of being looking in a certain way or having that so having certain kind of a weight or certain height and all. But I think more than that, I would say it's just all about confidence. It doesn't matter how tall you are and all. I mean, I'm blessed. I'm 5 feet 9 inches, fair looking. I mean, fair slim looking girl. I don't have to go through all that of sort of criticism. I mean, thanks to my parents, thanks that I come from Uttarakhand, I'm from Himalayas, so I'm built in a certain way. But then I mean, right now we're not just talking about ourselves, we're just talking globally what the problem is. So the thing is that with the Bollywood actresses, they feel that they need to look presentable all the time, and if they're looking bad, yes, they will be badly trolled, and all of these kind of things happens, which I truly feel that needs to stop.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So congratulations on your song Versace Baby.
Thank you.
It was a huge hit.
Yeah, we love
What was your
And right now, all three of you are babies. Versace
so
baby.
what was your motivation behind it, and how did you really approach the idea?
So I don't know if all three of you are a lot more in. I mean, you listen to Arabic music or you listen to English.
Yeah, and my friends get so annoyed because like I keep playing Arabic music and stuff, and they're like, "Can you change it?"
Okay. So I'm sure you must have listened, Ya Habibi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I was supposed to be part of Ya Habibi before Versace Baby.
Oh.
So, and then at that time, I had my flight tickets booked, everything. I was about to travel to Egypt, but then lockdown happened, It was very uncertain. And then at that time, we were kind of unsure about, like, how will I come back to my country? I had a lot of, films lined up here as well. So there was this another singer, Maître Gims. He is very much respected in French. He's a French artist. So we were supposed to collaborate for that. Me, Mohammed Ramadan, Maître Gims for Ya Habibi. So that couldn't happen. And then me and Mohammed, we met during Christmas and we had a meeting, and then we discussed a lot of, I mean, he made me hear 4-5 tracks, and then I chose Versace Baby. Not that I understand Arabic. I'm an Indian. I don't understand Arabic. But then, when you listen to the music is a very universal language. You need not to understand the language. You just need to feel the groove. You need to feel the vibe. You need to love the music. And I absolutely feel, I told Mohammed that time that, what, Mohammed, Versace Baby is gonna just like explode, and Versace Baby, everyone is gonna love Versace. And it's all about collaboration, because I feel that it has world's biggest brands ever, Versace. We're wearing head to toe everything Versace. Me and Mohammed's clothes all together is worth more than 15 crores. So
Wow.
it's my most expensive songs of all time, and it is one of the most expensive music videos of all time. One of the most expensive videos, because as you see the video there, we have a lot of animals in, it was a bit challenging while shooting for the song. And that too in pandemic, we had lions, we had, snakes. There are scenes where I'm playing with Python, me and Mohammed together in jacuzzi. And then we have lion, baby lion. So we had a lot of animals. We had a lot of money floating and planes and cars. So it was a very, like, we were thinking if we can achieve this or not, but we did it. So I think I'd like to thank the entire team of Versace Baby and to God, because nothing is possible.
I mean, it blew up at the end of the day. It was such a lovely song.
Thanks.
Yeah, we loved your song.
And it must have been such an extravagant experience.
Sorry?
It must have been such an extravagant experience.
Yeah, it was. It was, as an artist, brave to be versatile. Versatile is the key. And with Doob Gaye, the one with my friend Guru Randhava. That was very, I would say very romantic, in very romantic zone. This is way more stylized. So we have audiences for both kind of genres. There are a lot of people who love, lovey-dovey kind of songs or music. I would say Duka is also one of my most amazing tracks, with Guru Randhava. I think he is extremely amazing person I've ever worked with and an amazing friend, self-made completely. And the one other day I was having a conversation with him. He was like, Urvashi, you know what? I can help you set up a brand for your hair care. Do something like this. Do something like that. So he's also one of my really amazing close friends. I think he is really, kind of really inspires everyone. I think he's a self-made success story, and that's what we all should learn from him. And then it was beautifully composed by B. Prak, lyrics by Jani. They are really amazing. And then it was presented by T-Series, directed by Remo D'Souza. So yeah, Duque is also one of the most, I think it is one of the most fastest touching 100 million song ever. So Duque itself was a blockbuster and people loved it, people enjoyed it. And then we are here with Versace Baby. That is also doing really well. And I was shocked to know, because I was getting, so many fan emails and fans messages from Arabic countries like, Libya or Egypt and UAE, Jordan, and Oman, Morocco, so many different Arabic countries, Africa. So yes, I feel truly elated to have fans from not just India, but like all around the world. And I think it was my Eid present to all my fans from worldwide. I would thank Miss Universe for because that's the reason I have that sort of a reach, not just in India but worldwide. I think global, and this is my first global song, and people are loving it, and that makes it. My parents are also very overwhelmed. So yes, I think it's a great time.
Congratulations for it.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
So
Mohammed
what do you
would love
think should be?
Mohammed and Guru would love to see all your reels if you can make on Durgay or Versace Baby.
Of course.
We would love to.
So what do you think should be done to enhance women empowerment in the industry?
In the industry, which industry are you talking about? Like
The Bollywood
like you're talking
industry.
about Bollywood industry?
Yes.
Bollywood industry, I think, if you're talking about global, it's girl education. Like, little girls need to feel empowered, and we need to, send them to schools. And I think for little girls, it has to be education. But for grown-up girls, Bollywood, I will say just being mentally strong and being mentally sounded, making those decisions by yourself. I mean, it is your life. It is about your choice. It is about your decision. There will be a lot of times when you have to make extremely difficult, you will have to choose between this or that, but it is your, like, for example, let me give you an example. I did some same kind of thing in one particular thing which became super hit and a blockbuster, and if as an actor I'm being offered a similar kind of a role or similar kind of thing, if I have to repeat myself, it depends, everyone will make a different decision. But for me, I didn't want it to repeat that. I wanted to do something else because I wanted to show my versatility as an actor, as I said. So I said no for it. And yes, it might upset people. Yes, people will take it in ego that, who the hell she is. How can she say no to us? We are really big or whatsoever. But it is an individual decision. And when you have made that decision, you need to stick by it. No matter what happens, no matter how many, all kind of phone calls you get or whatsoever, the influence is or the power influences, you need to make your own decision. And you need to stick by it. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Because it's one life,
right.
One choice and one decision. I think that's what I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Okay, so how did you deal with all this stress of your role? Like, you were such a big person in the Bollywood industry and you won Miss Universe. So how did you deal with all the stress and pressure?
Stress and
You
pressure.
know,
I was good in Bollywood. I was just like civil. So I kind of grew up here. So I also learned a lot of things while just like, throughout my journey. But I was just say, just like enjoying it, not taking it personally, Nobody cares, honestly. No one cares. We feel that okay, that a lot of people are noticing us and blah blah blah. What will he say? What will she say? But in reality, no one cares. Just
Is there any self-care that you practice to, deal with stress?
I think I think a lot has to do with positivity. If we surround ourselves with positive vibrations or positivity, then we become. There's a shield we are surrounded with. I think that's what is really important. You, all three of you, you're really young, very beautiful, gorgeous girls. So I'm sure you're surrounded by like really positive friends and everything. So then, it's like I was very positive space, and then and the other thing, um, okay, I have a great piece of advice. Whenever you just get free time, practice this technique, or it's like I think 7 a week, a weekly thing. It's called the Shambhavi. If you can do, just try and do. It's part of yoga and meditation. So whenever you just get free time, you should do it.
Yeah.
we'll do that.
Yeah.
So how did you deal with
Urvashi, your voice has been
your
breaking.
voice?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just practice Shambhavi if you can.
Yeah, we were.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, how did you deal with hate, or did it not bother you? Like now, for sure, it wouldn't. But like in the initial stages, how did you deal with hate and everything?
You know what? Initially, yes, it does bother when you're like new to the industry and you just want to be liked. Now, it's a.
Your
I mean, I think I've crossed that level of. Initially, yes, when you're kind of starting, you just want to be liked by you. You everyone, and then it kind of changes, with every single stage of your life. And right now, I'm in a certain stage. I'm really don't like me or whatsoever. I mean, one thing I really make sure is that, yes, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be like a bad role model for the people or whosoever. I just want to be like a responsible. That's what I really make sure of. And then also because of my titles and everything, Miss Universe India. So I truly feel that I'm the ambassador for my country. I can't do. That's what is always in my mind. Yeah.
So initially, when you started off, did you face any setbacks because of the hate, or were you able to deal with it like in a positive way?
Um, Setbacks. I told you about that age number thing, which happened with me during my when I won Miss Universe India first time, and then second time when I won it, when I won it. Before that, also, I wouldn't say like a lot of people told me that Urvashi, why are you going for it for the second time? So I'll tell you, I have this very funny story. Second time when I went for Miss Universe India. So when I entered, there were so many girls who were older than me, and they actually felt that I'm the judge. They had that I'm like going as a contestant, and they were listening to my songs. They were listening in their headphones my super hit tracks like "Daddy, Mummy Hai Nahi Ghar Pe Pichle Kamre Mein," all of those songs. They were listening, and they're like, "Welcome, welcome, you're a judge." And then I'm like, my PR there was there with me, and he was like completely telling me, "Gee, what the hell are you doing? Why are you participating again? Who goes for a 10th board exams after clearing out or passing 12th examinations? Are you mad?" But just like, because I really wanted to do it. And that's what yeah. Then the girls were like, "Oh my God, are you like our judge and all?" Then later on, they came to know that I'm a contestant. that's when they all were like, then I had to deal with a lot of hate. Yeah.
So initially, after that, you dealt with a lot of hate.
Yes, but then I won the pageant and all, and it was a very tricky situation for me up there because there were a lot of girls saying that, oh, that she's very well settled in Bollywood. Why does she uh, win it again and things? But as a young girl, I had this thing in mind because for the first time when I won it, I couldn't proceed because I was 24 days shorter than my real age. I was I mean, I was 18, but we had our boss, Donald Trump, the ex-president of US, was our boss for this organization, and they had the girl has to be minimum 18 years of age. But then I was 18, but their rules I had to be 18 by 1st of February, but my birthday comes 5th of February, so I was 24 days shorter. So even if so, it was a very complex situation for me, very very complex. Yeah.
So did it like impact your mental health as well?
Yes, it did that time. Yeah, it did for like initial 3-4 years. Still, from 2012 till 2015, when I participated again. Yes, it did.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Like you with
and
it.
I was completely upset about it.
Oh, shit.
I was busy.
Okay.
So when you're busy, you're not just like paying attention to that side part of it. Because every morning, waking up, going to work, come back, sleeping, you kind of to realize all a person needs completely.
Right.
But I was so busy. I was so exhausted. I mean, I'm not saying in a good way. I was exhausted with work because I was really busy. I was being offered so many films and just like shooting, doing 3 shifts in a day. So I didn't get that much time to realize. But then, it's just like she realized,
Can't hear
Urvashi, your voice is breaking.
you know what? But mother, she realized that something is wrong. Yeah. So that's.
So now, do you like make sure you give your mental health more importance?
Now I'm just like a free bird. That time, I'm like, I had a lot of things to accomplish, but then when you accomplish things, then you become a free bird. But when you've done everything, you're like, yay, I did it, If you've achieved your goal, then you become a free bird. Now I'm into the next step of my life. Now I have different goals. And
right.
one of the goal is about empowering women, girl up, educating girls, what them do. So
Yes.
when you're young, you have kind of goals, and when you've finished all those goals, then you move on to the next chapter of your life. So I'm in a chapter of my life. So, and I'm really excited, and I'm sure that all 4 of us, and there's so many watching us together. I mean, not just like girl versus boys or something I want to say, but even boys can support us. But you know what? Like, I really feel that we all can do really amazing stuff. And
So,
can all three.
We can't hear you. Really sorry.
I'm super proud of all 3 of you.
Thank
you.
you
thank you so much.
It's
So,
actually watching
you
us.
were
Can
brought
you
up in
see
an area that
there is this person Adil, he's texting भाई यहाँ तो सिर्फ girls बात कर रही है, boys को तो कोई भाव नहीं दे रहा है.
So, you were brought up in an area which was very distant from the city.
With all our life, I think boys are kind of getting upset.
I mean, all they can do is just be supportive. That's all.
Yeah.
So, you were brought up in an area which is very distant from the city. So, did you feel any lack of opportunity?
While growing up, I just I would say like while growing up, okay. So let me explain. I had a group of girls, and then there was another group of girls. So you know how it was in my group of girls. We never which came out, Savaria, Ranbir Kapoor's, and he was like a shirtless in that film. So I'm just trying to explain, how me and my group of girls were when we. So the other girls, they God, he's just like so hot. Look at his abs. Oh my God, he's just so amazing. But we never had that kind of conversation in our group. Like we were like so competitive. Like, oh my God, she scored 48 out of 50. I need to score 50 out of 50. So we knew we were like in a very healthy competition, all group of girls. I mean, I used to call up my girls to my house, like do group studies because sometimes, when I was studying, my favorite subject was mathematics and chemistry. I loved mathematics and chemistry. So sometimes I my friends, my girlfriends, and then just like, discussing a lot about the subject because I group be a lot more fun. But we had this rule that we will not gossip, we will not do our chit chat, we will just study. So it
Which
used
is
to be,
hard.
which is hard, yeah, exactly. But then, yes, we had this rule. And then, yes, we used to study. And I think, what if a person is really feeling, it is for all the students out there. It's just like a piece of advice for someone who feels that this is right. I truly feel that if a person is feeling sleepy while studying or is like, feeling too lazy, why don't you call a friend and just invite them for having a group study? And then it's way more productive. I mean, that's what I feel. I don't know. A lot of people, they like to when they're solo, when they're alone. I mean, for me, what worked was group studies, and for me, what really worked was waking up 4 a.m. and just like studying, because I think that is the perfect hour to study. 4 a.m. is the perfect hour to study.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of
Top.
also
Like
is about
I scored 97% in my board exam, 12th.
wow.
Wow, that's
That's
amazing.
amazing.
But I need to just have the certificate so that I can show my grandchildren that, oh my God, I scored 7%.
Oh my
So,
God. So great.
so and I used to pick up with my little brother. His name is Yashra. He was
Urvashi,
like,
your voice is breaking.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to wake my little brother. He was like 3 years younger to me, Yashraj. And then he was a little young, and I used to wake him up 4 a.m. and he used to feel sleepy all the time, all the time. And he used to wake him up, Utho, paro.
I think we're going to do this year. We have our 12th boards next year, so we're
Yeah.
going to take
Ah,
Yes.
it's so good for you, huh? I was just chatting with Veda. She told me that without पढ़े ही pass हो गए. ये तो अच्छा है.
Yeah, that's
ये बोर्ड एग्जाम वाले बच्चों के लिए बहुत अच्छा है. विदाउट पढ़े पास हो गए. 10th भी उन्होंने क्लियर कर दी, 11th, और अभी दोबारा कोरोना वायरस चल ही रहा है. 12th भी पास हो जाएगी. और हमारी माँ की दही हो जाती थी. इतना पढ़ के हम पागल हो जाते थे. कोरोना वायरस हमारे टाइम पे नहीं हुआ. आई एम जस्ट थिंकिंग, जो भी मेरी एज है वो लोग सोच रहे हैं यार हमारे टाइम पे कोरोना वायरस क्यों नहीं आया. Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah, exactly.
no idea about this ki Veda ki pass ho gayi without giving exams. I'm like asking Veda, are you serious that you passed your 10th? Veda, you passed your 11th board examinations, right? Without giving exams.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
lucky.
All
Wow.
three.
और हम सब अपनी दिमाग की दही करवाई है, और यहाँ पे ये 3 देवियां हैं कि लाइक
Too funny.
yeah. So funny. You know what? Sometimes it's very important to have that fun in life. I think it just like, keeps you going and all. It's like not just about being serious, but yes, you should be serious, but then life is also about enjoying life. And I'm right now enjoying this time with all three of you.
Right.
So
is there
what
any-
message would you want to? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Amisha, go ahead.
लड़ाई नहीं करना है, जिसको जो बोलना है बोलो.
Okay, so what message would you want to give all the young women out there? So there's so many people who consider you their role model, including all of us, all three of us. So what message would you want to give to all the young women out there who want to, pursue their career in modeling or Bollywood and stuff?
Don't drop out and study. That's, I would, it's just not like always about scoring the highest mark or topping in your school. I have seen a lot of people who really topped. I was also one of the toppers, but sometimes it's translate in terms of career, you know? It's not sure that even if you're topping your school, you're going to become XYZ or you're going to achieve a lot of success in your career. But I would just like to know, all the little girls out there, I would just, I want to inspire them and just tell them, finish your school, finish your study. The kind of, you know, independence you get in terms of your thoughts, not just study. I studied mathematics, I studied physics, chemistry, but is it helping in my... No, it's not. But is it bad? No, it's not. It's very important. It is important to study. And apart from studying, just gaining real knowledge from the life experiences. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
So, is there any habit that you've, picked up during the whole lockdown situation?
Lockdown?
Yeah.
Just like kind of started loving forest life, you know? For the past 2 weeks, I've been in a forest. And I kind of started loving the forest life, you know, just for a change. I just, because I used to do like my morning walks and evening walks, and I just started to nature more. I think it's all about, you know, speaking to the nature, get out in the universe, and that's what we give it back. Nature gives it back. And I think nature is very powerful. So I think I just kind of, I had that kind of relationship with nature because obviously I was living in Mumbai and all, but the lockdown, I was living in forest and I just really enjoyed, you know, just for a change. You know, sometimes you just need to bring a certain kind of change in your lifestyle. It's very important for us. Like, yeah, just so I had that kind of change and I would say meditation.
I mean, this is the kind of time that I feel like we can really utilize it to our fullest and help as many people as we can, because honestly, India is not in a good state right now. And I feel like even if, you know, helping in a small amount can actually bring a huge change to their lives, because not everyone is privileged.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I have, during lockdown, my maid, she was, you know, she had a baby, and I promised that whatever expenses it will be with the baby, I have taken the responsibility of the baby because
Sweet, Urvashi.
yeah. And I gave, she kept that name for her boy, and it's like also लड़की लेकर के आता है घर पे और एक lot of positivity लेकर के आता है. So
I mean, that's a huge responsibility to take upon. You know, it's not easy, and you've done this.
I love kids, and I think मैं ये नहीं बोल रही हूँ कि I will help that child, but I think लड़के की भी बच्चे की भी किस्मत है कि वो मेरे घर, वो उसका अपना नसीब है. I will not take credit कि मैं financial help कर रही हूँ उस बच्चे की है.
Right.
Yeah.
So sweet. We're so glad to hear that.
Thank you. You know, you who are watching us, there's people who are watching us, they might get inspired or someone, you know, do the same. So कोई भी अच्छी चीज होती है तो वो शेयर जरूर करनी चाहिए. You never know कि कौन inspire हो जाए or, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you so much for supporting us through this.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Before finishing this live, I have one question from like all three of us. And for that, you need to promise me that you're going to answer with 100% honesty.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your dream? What is your life's dream?
My dream. Okay, my dream in general is that I really want to be like, you know, I like doing social work, so I also want to help a lot of people out there who need it and not take any credit for it, because I feel like just help, because personally for me helping them makes me really happy. And that's all. Like, I just want to help a lot of people in as many ways as I can.
Thank you so much, Anuja. If you need any sort of help from me for the future, I'm always there for you. And great, keep it up. Okay. And let's go move on to Veda. My question, which you have to answer. Um, what is your life goal?
So basically, I'm a national level badminton player and I'm really passionate about entrepreneurship, business. So I want to like in the future, I want to start like a business to make lives of athletes easier. Everything that I missed out on in my journey of becoming an athlete, I want to help people fulfill that.
So she's going to be our business